driving force for our company is about making extreme power solutions to basically forward the dreams of people's imagination. From things like the Martin Jetpack, which I think is used on the cover of SolidWorks on the 2015 edition, through to things like generator sets for all sorts of applications across the world. So we started off making paramotors, which are backpack aircraft, and one of the paramotors created was to fly over Everest with a chap called Bear Grylls, and they did that on a Discovery Channel program, and it just so happened that engine they created for doing that documentary was what most of the aviation industry was looking for.
The concept started in SolidWorks as a 3D design, and then it takes us all the way through that process, right through to the manufacturing. It's very much the fundamentals of what we do.
We really started moving into buying SolidWorks about 4 years ago, and now I think we've got 11 seats in Rotron and several different seats across different companies, from our flying car to Parajet and the research companies. And at the time we were using AutoCAD. It was slightly chaotic, but the packages that SolidWorks had, like for example the EDPM system, it future-proofed us in the way we could drop bombs that were all traceable throughout the whole system into our MRP system. It allowed us to move forwards and really create a system that was then AS9100, and so we could be certified for the types of Boeing, Lockheed Martin, who need that kind of certification case on their design work.
The PDM system is invaluable to us. It's part of our ISO compliancy that we have PDM. It controls all of the drawings and all of the models, so it helps us check revisions and keep track of any changes that we do throughout the design process.
And if you have the likes of Boeing coming in to audit you, they want to see it produced in a second. So that is a real time saver. They haven't got to go wade through files and files of paperwork. You can press one button and they can get the full audit trail for the design work.
I think there's lots of business successes we can contribute to SolidWorks in terms of, for us to go out and tender for work. We can throw together concepts very quickly, and it allows us to be very flexible and go out and win contracts that we otherwise wouldn't have had. We can actually visualise what we want to sell, and for that reason it's very good.
It definitely allows you to do things that possibly on paper you're not really getting a real scale of things, so you can see tolerances much more easily. It definitely reduces the risk of error. The major challenge is it comes down to test. And this is where FMEA, where the different stress analysis processes in SolidWorks actually saved a lot of time. It's definitely driven down test costs. The simulation is vital to us now. The modelling and simulation of rotary engines is very, very difficult. The dynamics and the heat that's going through the actual engines. For example, the shaft, we've done a lot of work on that recently, and we've got more longevity out of it, so we've given ourselves a better advantage over our competitors in that our engines are now more durable. SolidWorks has definitely had an impact on our competitive advantage across the market.
We need to make our components really lightweight, and so we can use the FEA facilities to pare back the design as much as possible. We use the interaction to the machine shop to be able to machine parts very quickly, which is really useful for R&D and development type projects. Compose is fantastic for doing build manuals and operations manuals, because you can take the direct CAD data, use those images to create build sheets, which is just such a great aid for the assembly technicians on the floor.
So we're starting to use Composer for our live production, and the more flexibility you have in production, the faster you can produce, the less expensive it is to produce product.